welcome to the League of Melanated Gentlemen podcast. I am Spencer, and I'm one of your hosts on this podcast. And today I'm joined by the other two members of the League of Melanated Gentlemen to give you an episode.
Yes, sir. This is Brandon.
And of course, I am Jordan.
Before we get into today's episode, we must first tell you about all of the places you can find us, reach us, contact us, talk to us, and tell us how you feel about things. Jordan has all that information for you right now.
Yeah, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Those are all the major places where you can find us and communicate with us. If you want to drop by, tell us hello, feel free to drop by any of those social sites. And then, of course, we have schedule updates. On Mondays, the main episode drops, but on Tuesdays, bi-weekly, we have LMG Presents Marvel Multiverse RPG. That is the Marvel role-playing game that we play here on the channel. And then on Wednesdays, we have Wrestling with Worldwide Willis. That's Brandon's wrestling podcast where he talks all things wrestling. And then, of course, bi-weekly as well, we have DC Animation with Spenser and Friends. That is Spencer's review podcast where he is going through the entire catalog of DC animated movies. And that's what we got.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, the three of us, we have dabbled with a video game or two, and it's been a while, a good while since we have discussed video games on this podcast. So we thought, let's just go ahead and have an episode to talk about some video games because it has been a part of all of our lives. And so we're just gonna see what the internet has for us as far as video games go.
Yeah.
So, Jordan, what does the internet have for us as far as video games?
Yeah. I mean, I would say, like, honestly, I am very kind of disappointed in myself. I remember being younger and telling myself, I'm always going to be a gamer. I'm gonna play games no matter what. I don't care if I got family, kids, wife. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from playing my video games.
Right.
And lo and behold, boy, I tell you, I barely be playing those video games. I still get the new consoles, but it's just like I don't be having time for them.
Yeah. I'm the same. Like I play them. I don't have time to be like deep diving, picking up the newest thing, blah blah blah. I just don't have the time. But yeah.
One
Yeah.
of the woes of being, a present family individual, because
Right.
if I was single and without children, I'd have time,
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure, for
but
sure.
I'm not. I have a kid, and I I try not to play while he's home and awake. So if he's asleep, I will play, or if he's not here, I will play. But like if he's here, then I try not to get on the video games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same for me. Um,
Same.
One of the things too is like, yeah, I'm sure if I was like, didn't have a family, just out in these streets, oh, I'd be playing the game all the time. Like
Yeah.
I'll be talking to family, my cousin, people I play the game with. I'm like, what you doing, bro? He be like, just playing the game. I'm like, dang, been playing the game all day since you get off work. He be like, yep. I'm like, damn, it must be nice, huh?
Thanks. Yeah. It's nice. Like I'll be thinking like sometimes I'll be like, damn man, all the income you could use just to buy all kind of random stuff for your
Oh yeah,
consoles and stuff. Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, some people it's fun to get on. Like I'll play. My daughter's old enough now to where I can play games with her now. But
yeah,
yeah, around that age, yeah, when she was younger, I tried to stay off while you know what I mean. While
yeah.
she's around.
And also, I used to play video games for like 6 hours, 7 hours, hell,
Hmm.
all night. Now bro, I play the game for like an hour, hour and a half now. I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of tired of playing the game. What else can I do? Like, I don't,
Yeah.
it'd be weird. Like, unless I'm playing with friends, then I'll
Hmm.
play longer. But if I'm playing by myself, yeah, bro, I get about a solid hour, maybe 2 hours, and I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah. I it was to a point to where I can get, especially when like my daughter's around or whatever, I might play a quarter, a 2K, and I'm like, all right, like I can move on. Now there's sometimes where you can put in knock out 2 hours. But for the most part, it's just to get your mind off things and then keep it, then go back to whatever you're doing.
Yeah. So,
I think it depends, because I think I still have the capacity to put in a bunch of time, but it has to be a game that I love. So I don't think I've done this with any new games that I've played by myself, but like if I got, like a PS2 Ratchet and Clank, I'm putting some minutes on that. But
Mhm.
it depends on how many minutes I've got.
That's what I say. And then so I'll be playing like the Switch emulator. I'll play like the Nintendo 64 games and all that. Bro, I get like a solid like 30 minutes in on them old games, like, all right, I'm done with this old shit. I'm like, all right. Like for instance, I was on a trip recently. I brought I have an emulator that looks just like a Game Boy Advance. All the Nintendo 64, I mean all the Game Boy Advance games, basically every game that it came through like the PSP era. So I'm playing, I'm just like, bro, these old games, like, they was cool and all. And I was playing Pokemon. I'm just like, I don't even want to play these old games no more. So I don't know. I be feel like the nostalgia glasses for me is like, I like the thought of it. And then when I start playing it again, I'm like, nah, I don't really want to play this like that.
Mm, I can see that.
Yeah. And it depends on if like it depends on your goals because like if you're trying to beat the game or if you're just playing to relax
Yeah.
or if you're just like, oh, I'm gonna just because the type of game and like the goal in the game kind of determines that for me. Because there are some games where like 2K, for example, like you could just be playing a random game just because, or you
Hmm.
could be in the middle of an actual season trying to progress through something. Like
Right.
I guess there are different situations. So
Yeah.
I know, like, I could not play like Call of Duty for hours on end, like I know a lot
I
of people can.
I can't either. I'll play like even now. I'll play a mission just cause, and that's it. Like I'm not playing it for a very long time.
I guess,
But
like I said, only time I really play now for a long time is if I'm playing with people. That's the only time I can like play 3, 4 hours. Like,
Can
and that's
we?
true. If I'm playing with people, yeah, we can go. But that's
yeah.
because I'm enjoying time with friends more than playing a video game.
I do. Can we talk about that? Like, what happened? Like, I'm not. You guys are more gamer, you know, involved in all that thing than me. Sports games is always tapped into multiplayer. That's just always how it's going to be. But like with all the most popular games now, people are like, yeah, no multiplayer, hell no. Like single, I want single player, and I'm like, bro, back in the day, we used to go to Blockbuster, we sing single player, we're like, damn, like all right, go through single player, damn, oh multiplayer, bet. You know what I'm saying?
So
I don't know.
I think that there are a lot of people are antisocial. There are a lot of
Yeah.
people who think that the video game space is toxic whenever you involve other people,
Hmm.
Which
which
it
is
is. It
true.
is. Yeah, I
Yeah,
Sure.
have
that's
to
true.
say.
Because let me say, uh, speaking for myself, back in the 360 days, the most toxic version of myself was probably on 2K.
Yeah.
Maybe Gears of War, but like I said some things on 2K. And I called some people everything but a child of God when playing 2K.
Things to get you canceled now,
Yes, very cancelable things. Now, cancelable things were said to me too. That's just the nature of things.
you just
But
defending yourself. That's all.
yeah, sometimes no. Sometimes I was the aggressor, but they deserved it. Anyway, I think that also there are some single player games um pretty recently, I think Sun Wukong has been the most recent
Yeah,
big
big
single player
single.
game that
Yeah.
everybody's been. Yeah, and games that are styled like that, like New God of War, kind of like Arkham games, like games that are
Hmm.
styled like that, I think that people are like locked in. Is
Yeah.
Elden Ring styled that same way?
Yep, it is.
All the big
Yeah,
game. What's
so
that? Ghost of
Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah.
Yeah, like all that stuff. I'm like, I get it. I get it. Like
But see,
you're going on an adventure by yourself. I get it.
but see,
But
even with that, like I can play a single player game just like that, and then I like to be on mic with my friends. Like I've been trying to explain to my wife, is like, I don't get to see my friends all the time. I don't live in the same city as them. So like if I'm on a game and I'm talking to them, that's like, that's spending time together right there with them.
right.
So it's like we can
yeah.
literally be playing different games and still
And
talking.
that's the thing. yeah, like so it's a place for community because I
Right.
used to do the same thing. Back when all of them would be on Call of Duty, I'd be on Marvel vs. Capcom, but
Yeah.
we would just be, talking, having a great time. There are sometimes like today, I'll jump in a party and I'll be basically like waiting for them to switch to whatever game I want to play. They'll be playing
Hmm.
something already, and I'll be like, I'm gonna just be here and I'm gonna be ready when y'all ready.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's something that I used to do a lot more frequently. But yeah, like a lot of times, yeah, you just be in a party playing your own game, but yeah, just having a good time, having conversation.
Yeah. Like
That's
it's
how I kept up with a lot of people in college. Because when I was in college, yeah, I wasn't near anybody. So
mhm.
Xbox is what kept me going.
Yeah, 100%. Like me and my friend, me and my friend Xavier, we used to play NCAA football. He would play his season, I'd play my season. We'd be talking about what recruit we got, what, a game. We'd be like in a game, playing a game, just talking. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was always wondered, like, I just follow some like very influential gaming people, and they're like pushing the, single player agenda. And I'm just like, I get it, the
Which it
whole
used to be the
cozy
opposite.
video game era thing, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I prefer multiplayer.
I mean, there are always phases and waves and stuff. And I think that honestly, it's a matter of having friends in real life because I don't know
1000%.
how I don't know how often people actually make new friends in like on a game. It does
Yeah,
happen. There are a couple people like I've never met in real life. Like I only know them by their name on the game.
right.
But I don't think that like usually you are in a party with your own friends. And like you
Mm,
may meet some strangers here and there depending on what you're playing, but like as far as what we're talking about, these are people that we know in real life.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I think that that holds a lot of weight for how that happens. But there are a lot of people who either don't have, and sometimes people don't want friends in real life. They're like, no, I'm good.
yeah,
I know a surprising number of people who like choose antisocial. Like I didn't. There are some people that don't have friends because they don't want friends,
yeah,
and I think that we live in a world where because of COVID, it was made abundantly clear how dangerous loneliness can be.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
But I, but I think there are some people who are like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, they was like,
I
hey,
get
take me
I
back.
yeah, like I get enough people in the like I no like my me time is when I'm by myself.
Right, right.
And yeah, there are some people who are antisocial on purpose. They want to be alone, they don't want to be bothered, and they get enough interaction with people in other parts of their life.
Yeah,
And so their peace time is when they are alone.
playing the game. Yeah,
And yeah, for some people that's okay. I think that people who aren't that way don't understand people who are.
yeah. And I do like that. Like it's brought in more women in the game. It's brought in, like the I say like the cozier game, less high stakes game. No, I'm not saying they don't play those, but like I follow some people who are like they just like building a garden or
Yeah.
you know what I mean, little
I mean,
stuff like
honestly,
that.
that's honestly simulator games. Those are
Yeah,
my comfort games. Like I
yeah,
enjoy like Zoo Tycoon. I enjoy Jurassic Park Evolution.
hmm,
Like simulator games. Like when if I just want to chill out, don't talk to nobody, throw a podcast on in the background, like I would literally play one of those games and just chill.
yeah. I think I prefer those games. I think that's why I've always steered away from like the high stakes. Every mission, I'm trying to avoid being murdered. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
think that's why I stay away from those. But that's a good point.
I don't know if I had any of those because like my relaxed game is like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses,
Oh, I used to
and
play. I used to. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh used to be one of mine.
I don't think that's a very relaxing game for some people. Like when I think of like one of those chill relax games, I think of like Animal Crossing
Yeah.
Mm,
and yeah, like
yeah,
games like that. But yeah, I mean, I think my life is pretty calm. Like I don't have a lot happening. Like it's not very loud, so
yeah.
maybe that's why I'd like to, have a little more going on in my games. But
Ratchet it up a bit when you hop on the game. Yeah,
I will say also one of the games I bought day one. This is like real recent. The Marvel Fighting Collection that had like all the Marvel versus Capcoms over there, or at least the
Mm,
first two on there. All the Fighter versus, all those verses that came out. It has like the Punisher game on there too. Bro, I played that game one time.
mm,
Bro, I've been sometimes I be feel like I be wasting my money, bro. I bought a fighting game. I'm like, I don't even play this shit. I just bought it for nostalgia.
That
bro,
is exactly what happened with Mortal Kombat 1.
mhm.
I bought the big one. I spent like over a
I,
hundred
rem-
dollars on
I
that.
remember we talked about it.
And yeah, like been sitting.
Yeah.
Ain't
I, I,
touched that game in a while. It might not be downloaded.
I beat the
Mm,
story. That's all I really cared about. But now I don't know nothing about the DLC story. So now I'm gonna just watch that on YouTube. Forget that.
Yeah, I beat the story, and that's the thing. It wasn't multiplayer. Multiplayer in a collaborative way. Because Mortal Kombat 11, like you and a friend could go into towers and do stuff.
mm.
And this game does not have that. And so, say the new Dynasty Warriors that came out recently
I know. I've
does
been
not
looking
have
at it.
multiplayer.
That's
And so
crazy.
I didn't buy it because it didn't have like I that's not why I'm here. I'm not
Right.
here for Dynasty Warriors to not have multiplayer.
Yeah.
But there are some
Which
people
is
who I guess are.
crazy. Crazy.
Agreed.
That's funny. I literally haven't even asked none of these questions yet. We literally got into it. Some of these we kind of already answered. So I mean, I just found some questions on the internet, just kind of spook up, just to kind of spark up conversation. Uh, I mean, the first one, do you like video games? We've kind of already talked about it. We talked about like, do you play video games these days, and how much time per week do you say you play? How much time per week do you think y'all play? 40 hours a week. It was how many hours in a week? That's a work week. I'm tripping 40 hours. Realistically, after work, we'll say what about 5 to 6 more hours, right?
Yeah.
Roughly, and then a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is that? Let's say about mm,
Let's say
what's
50 hours.
yeah, let's say 50 hours. Out of those 50 hours, how many hours a week do you think I'll spend playing video games?
That's tough. I I might be
Yeah.
4, maybe. I give it honest 4. Just throwing the weekend there. Yeah, I'll say 4.
I'm For me, 4 to 6 hours, yeah. Like 4 to 6. It might even be 3 to 6 some days.
Yeah.
What was you,
Yeah,
Spencer?
it depends on the week, but I'd say on average like two. Because
Hmm.
there are some weeks where I don't get on a game.
Oh, for
And then
Yeah.
sure.
there's some weeks where, I'm like, hey, you busy? Oh yeah, yeah, let's go kill some Nazis.
Bro, I ain't touched
Yeah.
my PlayStation, my PS5 in a month. Like, I've been
Damn.
played a little bit on my Xbox when Marvel Rivals dropped, but honestly, I ain't even played that in like 2, 3 weeks. But I will say, I don't think I've said this before. One of the things that me and my family do that we enjoy Just Dance. Now,
Mm.
we can get on Just Dance, we knock out, 5, 6 songs, and then we call it a day. So like I'm throwing that in my 3 to 6 hour range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good point.
Yeah, I feel like maybe two. Um, it varies from week to week, but I I mean I kind of wish I had more time for it, but also like I'm good. Like a lot of times when I turn on my Xbox, it is to open up a streaming service.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Like if you were to like look at what gets all the minutes on my Xbox, it's gonna be Max, Paramount,
Hmm.
Peacock. Yeah, like that's where the most of the minutes are gonna be.
Yeah.
I used to miss when the Xbox One first came out. You could play a video game and watch live TV. Bro, that was nice back then. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I remember having
No, I don't remember that.
yeah, you can do that when the Xbox One first came out because they wanted it like all-in-one entertainment system.
Mm.
So you can play the game on one like big square and then like on a small square over here, you can have like YouTube or like live TV. You had to have it like plugged directly into like
Oh, okay.
To a cable box.
yeah, to a cable box.
Oh, okay. Got you. Got you.
See, and I never needed that because like if I'm playing a game, then I'm playing a game. I don't need to see what's on TV if I'm playing a game.
Yeah, I think it was more for
But
like because
I
me and
could,
my homies just watch sports and then be
yeah,
playing
I
the
was gonna say
sport.
it's good for sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you want to keep up with a score, but you playing something, yeah, it's
Mhm.
great for that.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, this next one, I feel like we kind of talked about it a little bit. I might skip it, but it's like, what's the first game you ever played and where and when did you play it? I think we kind of talked about that. Like my earliest memory, I think was, I want to say, if I remember, it probably was like Mario, like on Super NES, and probably maybe even before that.
Mm.
Okay.
Mine might be Ninja Turtles. I want to say, yeah, it might be Ninja Turtles. I want to say.
Did did the NES come out before the Sega, or did the Sega come out before NES?
Great question.
So
I think
NES
okay.
NES looks like it came in 1983 or 1985 in the US.
Mm.
And then
Yes.
Sega Genesis, when did that come out? 89. So yeah, it probably would have been NES for me or Sega. I can't remember which one, but it definitely probably would have been Super Mario.
The first game I remember playing, like that I actually have a memory of, is Shaq Fu.
I remember Shaq Fu.
Yeah,
Wow.
Shaq Fu was on the Genesis, and I was 3 years old,
Hmm.
and yeah, because I didn't have video games yet, so this is just the first game I remember playing. But it wasn't the first game I owned because I never had a Genesis. My first system was a 64.
That was my first one as well.
The first one you owned. Yeah,
First one I owned. Yeah, my brother had the other ones.
I'm pretty sure I owned a Sega. That might have been my first one.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. Um, so what is your favorite all-time game and why was it great?
Oh,
Ooh, that's
I don't,
tough
I don't, I
I
skis.
don't
have
know if I
multiple.
have a favorite.
I have multiple. Like my favorite all-time co-op game will probably be Borderlands 2. My favorite all-time story game is probably Far Cry 3.
Mm. Man, it's either NCAA '04, just because I have so many memories. '03 maybe. Matt Leinart. Oh, it was Carson Palmer on it. I just was whooping my dad's ass in that so many times. Just so many times. Or my cousins, we'd all be in there like playing and just so much trash stuff you couldn't say to your parents at any other arena.
Right,
I
except
could
for video
say,
games.
yeah, I could say that. I could say anything I need to get off my chest at that moment. So yeah, that was that one. Probably, man, Ali. Probably WWE. Mm,
It's
because it's
I was
tough,
gonna
like,
say
huh?
which one.
Yeah, it's
yeah, I was
tough.
gonna say the older ones was fun because of memories, but the actual gameplay wasn't in the greatest ever. So my favorite is probably WWE 16. Me and Pat and our other manager Cody, we literally, bro. This sounds terrible at this time, but we were trash one year, right at Northwestern. We were garbage. So we were in a hotel. We weren't supposed to bring our game systems. We brought the game system anyways. We go in Pat's hotel after practice, bro. It get intense in there. Like it would get, and because Pat would be cheating with Shawn Michaels, who had unlimited reverses, unfortunately, and so it would get damn near the blows in there. So it probably WWE 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spencer, did you say you have
I
one? Oh yeah, what was yours?
I don't know, just because like picking a game out of different series is really hard. Um, my favorite probably like story game that's coming to me is Ratchet and Clank 3, which is Up Your Arsenal.
That might have been the last one I played.
Um, okay. Yeah. I love that game.
Mm.
Uh there are a bunch. My favorite multiplayer game, probably Gears of War 3. but that could
Gears of
also
War's good.
be nostalgia. But Gears of
Yeah.
War 3 was one of the best Gears of War I played because
Is
it was so good.
is 4 Judgment Day? Is that 4?
No,
Which
4
one
and
is
Judgment
Judgment?
are different games.
Oh, okay.
So there's Gears
Okay.
of War Judgment, which was trash, complete garbage, utter waste of time, utter waste of money. I didn't even take mine out the plastic before I took it back to GameStop
Oh, damn.
after I
What you
played it
just
at
saw
my
like
friend's house.
I was say okay, I was like, yeah, you must have saw it somewhere else.
Like me and my friend Maurice, we both bought it and then we played his, and I was like, "This is trash. I'm taking this back."
Mm,
So yeah,
that's
I
tough.
took it back, got my money back. Yeah, it was rough, but yeah, and that's the thing that was coming behind Gears of War 3, which was so good. Gears of War 3 had a 4-person co-op story mode,
Yeah.
so you could do story mode with 3 other people, which
Right.
they have not brought back, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
It had beast mode, which was just a wonderful time. Yeah, definitely. I'd have to say Gears of War 3,
Mm.
and that game got me through college. Honestly,
Okay. Okay. Uh, let me see. I don't know. It says what type of games are good for playing alone. I mean, don't make me that question kind of trash.
single player games.
I know.
I
Uh,
mean, uh, yeah, I guess it depends on your personality. Like to me, I get a little anxious playing like, man, when my friend used to play like Resident Evil, bro, anxiety through the
well,
roof.
yeah, that's different. Cause Resident Evil, bro, because you walk slow on
Bro,
Resident Evil, and they got the
any
jump
game,
scares.
any game like that, I'm like, nope, count me out.
Yeah,
No
I
sir.
feel
That
you.
game is intended to be terrifying, though.
Yeah, like stuff like that. I'm just like, ah. But again, everybody's different. Some people like being alone, getting that thrill from video game.
Yes, my cousin played Dead Space, and I was like,
Oh,
"Why
yeah.
would you do that?" But
I downloaded the
he loved
demo, and
it.
I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, no.
He would play it at night, and I'm like, "I'm leaving. Like, this is not fun."
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, we'd be over there having a
Now,
good time, and he put on Resident Evil. I'm like, no.
stop it. I did play Dead Space 3 because that was co-op, so I could be with a friend. So whenever he and I played it together, it was a good time. And of course, he would make me do all of the like going around corners and shit,
Uh, that's tough.
or like,
You gotta
hey,
play.
hey, hey, go over there. And I'm like,
Right.
why would I go over there? He's like, no, just go over there. It's probably fine. So yeah, I had to do all of that, but yeah,
Now, I
it was a
will
good time.
say,
Yeah.
if we were gamers or if we had like a Twitch channel, I think people would love to watch us play one of those scary games because none of us like playing none of those scary
Oh,
games.
bro.
People, I think people would love it.
I'm in the back. I'm in the back. I'm in the lounge watching y'all. Like, nah,
That
bro.
is probably true. I think
Yeah.
that the most entertaining people playing those games are people who don't like them, and
Yeah.
that's what's entertaining about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro,
Because
we need,
that was another. Whenever me and my cousin would play Dead Space 3, we'd have other people in the party listening to us play Dead Space 3, and
Mhm.
yeah, they were just crying, laughing.
Yeah.
yeah, we need to get an official person to be our Twitch ambassador or something.
Yeah. Us playing Call of Duty would be hilarious too, because I think
Oh yeah, I'm not that
we've
good.
spoken about how trash we all are. And so that'd be interesting.
I've
Yeah.
been on plenty of winning teams, but yeah, I am not doing well
Bro.
in Call of Duty.
I'm like a deer in the headlights, bro. As soon as we go live, pop, I'm out.
Yeah,
Bro,
same.
bro, fuck
I
this
get
shit. I
popped and
quit.
never see.
You
Yeah, I
never
never
see
see
it
the
coming.
person who did it.
Thank God for
Or
replays. I would never know.
I'll be shooting somebody and they won't die, and then they'll shoot me once and I'm dead.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
swear I be getting all the hit markers.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, just
That's because there's a bunch of tryhards out here, bro. That's what it is, bro. We just trying to
Bro.
casually enjoy life, and these dudes out
that
here
is
spending
true.
48 hours trying to freaking beat a game. Like, bro, mm-mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
bro.
they're like the dudes who count frames in fighting games. Like I don't
Yeah,
have the
bro.
time.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta
Squid.
Yeah,
get a
there are
better
people.
monitor that can do 120 frames per second so I can max out. I'm like, bro, what? Just give me the sticks. I'll do what I can do.
Exactly. Just give me the sticks. Like
Yeah,
you're thinking too
that's
deep, fam. Like, yeah, bro. I'll
yeah,
be watching
that's
some
true.
dude.
There,
This dude's on Instagram. This is the grandpa. I don't know if y'all seen him, but he was like an actual like sniper back in the day, and he plays Call of Duty. He be shooting people from stupid distances. I'll be like, what are we doing,
Because he know like the bullet drop.
bro? He be ain't like a dude will be straight across about 300-400 yards. He'll lean his rifle to the left for a little bit. Fah, dead kill. I'm like, how the hell you know how to do that? Like,
see, that's Sniper Elite. That's what I do to Nazis, and it's
yeah.
a good time.
No, yeah, sniper game. Sign me up. Even in a Call of Duty type of game, I'm sniper. I'm playing sniper. I'm not pulling up on people.
And that's what's funny is I in Sniper Elite, I like to be far away and do all that, but like in games like Call of Duty or in Gears of War, not like come here.
Yeah,
I like to
I'm
have a
playing the back.
shotgun on me. Yeah, I
See,
will. I call it the bop gun, and I'll be
yeah.
bopping the shit out of people. It's a good
Oh,
time.
pause.
See,
Pause.
the funny thing is, that's how you know we're. So whenever the shotgun come up as an option, I'm throwing that out.
Oh,
Throwing that out.
same.
Give me that sniper. Give me that long distance. Give me that. Give me an AK just in case they pull up. I got to defend myself. But otherwise, give me that sniper.
See,
And I'm finding the highest roof I can jump on, and it's getting down. I'm going down.
see me, I like to play like the demolition. Like, give me the biggest gun, and I like to just light shit up. That's me. Like, I want to be the tank. Like, I want to be the one in
Mm,
action. Taking all the hits, but also doing all the damage too.
gotcha.
Yeah. Who knows? One day, if people really want to, maybe we need to get on Twitch one day.
Yeah.
We'll see if people really want it.
I know, right? Okay. It says, how much money do you spend on video games? Is it more or less than you spend on any other forms of entertainment? I mean, to be honest, it sounds like we don't spend that much money. Let's say in a whole entire year, though. Games is what, $70 nowadays?
Hmm.
Yep.
How much do y'all think y'all spend on games?
I think that these days, I don't think I buy more than 3 games a year, and
Same.
that's pushing it.
Probably
Like
two for
that's
me.
yeah, that's if something that I absolutely love comes out. So like this year, I bought Sniper Elite. We're gonna see if anything else happens, but I may or may not buy anything else this year. But I'm
Yeah,
not, and one of the things that I am happy about is I stepped away from 2K because from
I was gonna say.
2012 to 16, I had one every year
See
at
that I'm
least.
still. Yeah, that's
And
what I
this
have to
thing,
count it in my
Brandon,
two.
yeah, Brandon, you got 2K. If they continue NCAA, you'll have that. If they continue WWE, you'll have that.
Exactly. That's
So yeah,
exactly.
sports. I had to step away from the sports games.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah. That's and then what I mean. If I bought a Star Wars game last 2 years, so I'm usually 3 to 4. I'm gonna count those sports games in there. But usually, honestly, I wait till they hit that discount on Game
Yeah, wait till
Pass.
they're on sale.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
brother.
game. Yeah, I was a Game Pass when I was doing it. I actually deactivated mine a few months ago, but that's where I was getting my games from. Unless it was a Marvel game,
Hmm.
as or like the Sun Wukong game. Like thinking about last year, I probably spent maybe 200, maybe 250 because games is already $70. Like I think I bought Dragon Ball Z, Mortal Kombat, and Black Myth Wukong. And then I might have bought like that Marvel fighting game was $30. So yeah, I probably say like 250 maybe last year.
Mm.
Okay.
But yeah, this year
Yeah,
I have no idea what comes out this year.
I'm glad that I don't have a PlayStation 5 because if I did, I'd probably spend a little more. But
Hmm.
because I don't.
Yeah, I agree with that
Because
because I probably would have bought Spider Man. There's a couple things I probably would have bought.
Oh yeah, actually I spent more than that. I forgot. I did get that PS5 last year. I got the Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, if I had a PS5, there'd be a little more in there. And then there are a couple of nostalgia games like whenever they remade Spyro 1 through 3, like yeah, I bought that. So
Mm.
and that was a while ago, but those types of things I will spend money on too if I am like really about that series. So like
Hmm.
if they remastered some things, I'd be in there.
Gotcha. Did y'all ever play like the old, like not old, but like mid 2000s like superhero games like Spider-Man? I know they had a couple of them, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
I did
played
Ones
Incredible
like
Hulk
those.
based
one,
on movies.
Kinda, yeah. So like I
the
wa
Indestructible Hulk.
yeah, I played that whole game. That was fun.
That was fun.
I played it was a Superman game around that time. That was fun.
I know what game you're
Uh,
talking about.
yeah, like so yeah, like during that time, like obviously superhero uh, shows and stuff, content wasn't as prevalent, but
Oh no, it was trash.
yeah, but playing the game, even just being able to, you know, Spider-Man go around the city, you know, that was dope. That was a new development. You know what I mean? That was fun.
Web
So
slinging was so much fun.
yeah, man, like that was a game changer.
Bro, I
That
literally the Spider-Man on the PS5, I still sometimes turn on just to go like beat up people and swing around. Like
yeah,
I already beat the game. I'm just like literally swinging around beating up people.
that's
Yeah.
like that Superman game during that time. I'd have to look it up again, but like that was the first time you could like with Superman like just fly around randomly like around Metropolis, and it was just like wow, like this is dope.
Yeah. I remember I was buying all the X-Men games. They had the X-Men movies tie-in,
Hmm.
which was absolutely
Yeah,
garbage,
Mm,
super garbage.
yeah,
like I remember Wolverine's Revenge.
yeah, I remember that.
That one was terrible. Unless you're talking about Wolverine Origins. The Origins was fun.
I mean, that wasn't that
And
different.
yet
That
the
was like
movie was
the
bad.
Right.
yeah, he was bad. But like yeah, once they started doing, I mean, to this day, Ultimate Alliance can one of my goat. That low key might be my favorite. Low key,
I give you that too.
that low
I would
key
too.
might be
Yeah.
my favorite. Like,
Ultimate Alliance, like oh, I love Ultimate Alliance 2 to
bro,
this day.
Yeah.
to this, I've never looked searched so hard for a video game in my. It was to the point to where like almost a decade later, I found it at a GameStop, bought it again, played it again. Like that's how much fun I had with that game.
Yeah, I own it
And
on my 360, on my Xbox One, and I own it I own the physical and the digital version on my Xbox One.
Yeah.
Or I
and
have the physical version on my 360. My bad. You said what, Spencer?
and that's a game where I want friends.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
100%. Played with my cousin on that. Man, fire. Like, especially when they added the extra characters on the second one.
Yeah.
That was fun, man. Like,
Honestly, while we're here
And
now, this question ain't on the board, but what game have you beaten multiple times? Marvel Ultimate Alliance is mine.
oh yeah. Ultimate Alliance I've done on every level, like different characters, different crew. I might keep the same crew during the whole thing, switch up maybe one or two people.
I think the only
Um,
reason I haven't beaten Ultimate Alliance multiple times because I didn't always have a squad to beat it
Mm,
with. Like I never wanted to play it by myself. I always wanted to be able to do like the double specials with people. But a game like that I beat multiple times by myself was X-Men Legends.
oh,
yeah.
dude. I've been telling, well, not just me, but everybody been saying for years, that's the one they need to remaster. Like
Yeah.
they have not put that on any other console since then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
That
X-Men
was
Legends definitely.
Legends
And
great.
then there are some games that I beat multiple times because I had to. So I beat the game like back in the day, and then I had to sell my memory card and all my PS2 stuff to get Xbox stuff, and then
Yeah, bro.
I made money to get my PS2 stuff back. So, like
Back when
all
GameStop used
three,
to give you money.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the first three God of Wars I've beaten a couple times. The first four Ratchet and Clanks I've beaten a few times. Um, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. I have beaten Super Mario a couple times, like Super Mario 64.
Hmm.
Yeah. That game
Uh,
was hard. That game was hard, by the way. I don't know if I was young,
yes.
but that game was hard.
No, it was hard because I remember being grown and being like, I should be able to do this with ease now. And some of them, that clock level, fuck that clock level.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
because when I
remember.
was younger, I thought I beat it because you only had to have 70 stars to like fight Bowser and get to like the end credits, but that's not all the stars. So
Mm,
yeah, getting all the stars, yeah, it's kind of hard. There's
that's
one where like there's a level with a monkey who like steals your hat and you got to chase him. I fucking hated that monkey.
I remember beating WCW Revenge first time. I thought I did something crazy. Um, but yeah, I beat that a lot. Like a lot of those games were in Call of Duty, of course. Those are pretty simple.
Yeah. Okay. The next question says, people play video games on computer, phones, consoles, and in arcade. What kind of machine or devices do you prefer to play the game? I feel like I am a console person.
Console all day
Console.
long.
Yeah. It's like I
And
haven't
I
gotten
think
into
that
the PC thing.
I think that yeah. I think that speaks to our time period as well as our level of gaming.
Yeah, sure.
Because I feel like we grew up when consoles were what it was going to be,
Yeah,
and we weren't get because I feel like real gamers are on PC,
Oh, yeah,
hundred
100%
percent.
agree.
Yeah,
and I am comfortable admitting like I'm not there.
same, same.
Like
I
I don't need it that bad.
I just started playing like mobile just with my daughter on Roblox. That's every now and again, and I'm new to that. So yeah, I prefer console too.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that mobile games are video games. Like people don't
Oh
consider
yeah,
Candy Crush a video game. It's like no, Candy Crush is 100% a video game.
100%, hundred
But
percent.
as far as PC gaming, like the furthest I got, you remember like Bejeweled
Yeah, I remember
and like
that.
those types of games. Yeah, that was my PC gaming.
Bro, PC games used to be so lame. You used to be like, man, hell no, I'm not playing no game on a PC.
Fucking
Yeah,
Like,
like
playing
I'd
Frogger.
yeah, like I gotta push the
yeah.
direction button. Hell no.
I remember pinball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
I'd be at my
remember
mom's job and
that.
I'd be like, no, mama, I will have the high score on your computer. And if anybody beats it, you let me know.
I'm
I'm
pulling
gonna
up.
take care of it.
It's
Yeah,
funny.
those are classic days, huh? Uh, I mean, this one says this is probably directed to some young people because I know we have. Have you ever played video games in an arcade? Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
back that's why I said they got to be towards like some young people because I'm like everybody our age definitely played an arcade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that arcades are kind of making a comeback, but I think they're making a comeback because we are
Are grown. Yep.
going.
Yep.
So like they're adult arcade places.
Yeah, they're like the dating spot now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
me
I
and my
went to
wife have gone to Up Down.
that. I would say
Yeah.
yeah, that bar. Yeah, I would say I've been there 3 times. Oh wait,
Mm-hmm.
it's called what's it called?
Up the one we're talking about is up down.
There's one
You're
There's
talking
called
about
Up
the
probably
one
Down.
down.
other.
But what about the one downtown? That ain't called up down, is it?
No, Up Down's on 16th.
There's one
There's
downtown.
Okay.
I think it's
Retro
yeah, the Retro
Retro
Club.
something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably a couple. Yeah, it's definitely popular. Like in Dallas, ton of them.
I think the mall has one.
Yeah, the
The
mall
mall
has one.
converted one of the stores
Oh yeah,
into
yeah.
one.
I
So
actually
yeah.
went there for the first time maybe like 2 months ago for a birthday party. That's the first time I've
Mm-hmm.
ever been in there too.
Yeah.
And then there's also, the ones where you get tickets. So like Dave and Buster's,
Yeah. Hundred
Main
uh
percent.
event, yeah, all of them.
yeah. So yeah, that of course.
I will say my brother-in-law, he bought a like an arcade stand, like arcade system, and
Mm-hmm.
then he put in a computer monitor and then he just basically jailbroke it and got put emulators in it. So he has like I was looking through all the games the other day and he probably has like I don't know 5,000 games on that thing. And like we were literally just playing all kind of old games on that. It was actually kind of fun. Like you still play with the joysticks and everything just like normal, but he just has a computer monitor on it where you just like play all the
Mm-hmm.
old games. I was like, I might have to do that. That was kind of fun.
Did y'all ever play any of the arcade games where like the controller was a gun?
Oh, I love
Oh
those
yeah,
games, bro. They're my favorite games to go when we go to like main event, bro. Take me
yeah.
to the Jurassic Park game. That's the one I want to
Facts.
play.
The
Of
game
course.
got ain't even got to be on. I'm just playing with the little
It's on
with the
it's on the
switch
demo
on it.
mode.
Five, five, five.
Just hold the gun like you doing something, huh?
Yeah, bro. You just like, oh, shoot, the gun.
Yeah. No, them are my favorite games to play whenever you go to like an arcade place like that. Like I don't
Yeah,
even need the tickets, just take me to those.
exactly. Like I don't even need the game to be on.
Yeah. No, I would love to get one of those in my house too, just play. Because I want like I feel like when you go to those places, you never get far in the game.
Oh,
Oh
never.
yeah,
Like
no.
That
I
shit
want to
hard
be
as
able,
hell.
yeah,
Hard
I
as
want to
hell.
be. That's what I want. Like I want to beat it. I want to beat it and see what it's like.
Yeah, I just remember like the games with the actual guns, like it was always zombies for some reason.
Hmm.
Zombies and dinosaurs.
Yeah,
Yep.
like the ones I played, yeah, it was always zombies, and yeah, you just had to shoot as many as you could
I played
before you had to enter more quarters.
I played Mortal Kombat on at Up Down like might have been a month or two ago. Bro, got waxed. Whack. I might have got a kick or two off, but was just getting dog walked. I was like, Jesus. Like I don't remember it being this me being this trash.
No, at Up Downs is just like the retro bar where you pay like I think it's like a $20 cover charge, and then you get in, you play unlimited games, of course, buy drinks and all that. Is it
No, I
just
think
like
you
that?
no,
You
I think you
buy
actually buy
coins.
tokens,
Yeah, you gotta buy coins. Yep.
Okay,
and then you have
retro,
to
yeah,
like
you pay the one price and all the games is free.
Gotcha.
okay. And I think that there might be because I remember seeing some people on a GameCube in there, but
Yeah,
Mm.
for like
there's a switch in there. At
yeah,
least
like for
what's
the
called.
arcade games, yeah, you gotta like me and my wife bought some tokens and we played Rampage and
Yeah.
you know,
All the
yeah.
classics. Okay. Next is this. Children enjoy video games. How old should a child be before he or she is allowed to play video games? I think it depends on the video game. I mean, I started my oldest
Okay.
off when she was like probably 4. I bought her like a Paw Patrol game on. I bought her like a Switch, and she had like a Paw Patrol super
Yep.
easy game. You literally 2D platformer. You just go forward and you jump, collect
Yep.
bones. That's all you doing.
I think yeah, if it's appropriate, the earlier the better. It's just a
Yeah,
good it's good mental exercise, your hand-eye coordination stuff. But yeah, it has to be appropriate. Like I said, I came on a Paw Patrol racing game. Just played that for a while. You know what I mean? Like little stuff like that. Mario, like all kind of stuff like that. I think is good.
yeah. Spencer,
Yeah, same.
your son do anything yet?
He has ABC Mouse right now,
Okay.
and that
They got games
counts,
on
but
there. Yeah, they
like,
got games on there. Yeah.
yeah, it's just like mini games
Yeah, it's many.
that are for learning. But yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
I try to get him on like Yoshi's Story because that's a
Mm,
game where yeah, you just because that was the first game that I owned, but I
gotcha.
was a little older when I had it. So I think that, I'll try to wait till he's a little older, see if he likes it and or try again anyway. But yeah.
Yeah, bro. True story. Just yesterday, we was playing one of the games that I bought my oldest one when she's probably about 6, maybe 7. Big Brain Academy. So it's basically like a learning game for Switch. It's like a bunch of mini games. And the cool thing about this one is they have different levels. So if you're an adult and you play with the kids can play on like the beginner level or like the intermediate level, while the adult plays on like the super elite or the elite. So it's still like a competition and everybody's at their own level. So we were all playing that one yesterday. My youngest one, she's 5. This is like her first time really playing it. So like she's on like easy level. So like one of the games is you just have to it's like a shadow of a picture. You just got to pick the right one of what the shadow is, right? Super easy. Everybody else there's like super hard. Hers is super easy to play. So she's winning. She's like, bro, going crazy, going nuts. Like she's so happy she winning and everything. My oldest one is getting mad. She's like, oh, her stuff is easy. So then now we made her go up like one level up. So she started
Yeah.
losing. Bro, crying, mad, hitting my oldest one, bro. Bro, it was literally like a whole thing. Like they were literally arguing. Bro, it was like a whole thing. I was like, and I found out real fast, my youngest daughter does not like to lose. And so I was
Mm.
like, yeah, this ain't gonna be well right now. She don't act like that on Just Dance though, but on this one, it was like
Yeah, they're
straight like
competitive.
family competition thing, and she was not happy about it when she was losing.
Yeah, yeah, it's different, bro. I had to destroy Cam in WWE one time. We played Royal Rumble. No, we played like an 8-woman elimination match. Usually we help each other out, cool, whatever. Then it ended up being me and her. Dog walked her, bro. Like dog walked her. With a
So
couple
got me.
finishes back to back. Even it was a chair nearby. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, she was hot. She didn't talk to me for the rest of the day. Yeah, it'd be like that, man.
Yep.
No, good.
Yeah,
Yeah, they gotta learn. They
you
gotta learn.
gotta learn,
Yep.
bro. There's levels to this. Like,
That's the thing. I can, if we're actually playing, I'm not letting you win. I will let you win as far as like understanding how the game is played
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and like
like I'll give you
get you
some.
to a point where like you know what you're doing.
Right,
But
same.
I'm not gonna let you win a goddamn thing. If you beat me, you beat me.
Yeah, facts. Like she was struggling to get that RX to get the signature off. I was like, hey, I'm sorry. You missed
Yep.
your opportunity. There was a window there. You missed it. Now I got to hit you with RKO. It's a
Brent,
wrap.
is Cam into wrestling?
She, bro, she's one of those like when she's around her mom, she's like, wrestling. But with me, locked in, knows the whole storyline. Knows I could play someone's music and she'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's Sheamus or that's Roman Reigns or that's Rhea
Mm.
Ripley."
So she in the claws around her mom, huh? She's like, I
Yeah,
ain't trying
bro.
to have none of
Yeah,
that.
I gotta get her away from that. But yeah, she's pretty tapped in. Like she knows all of the drama. Dominic, she hates Dominic Mysterio. All the like North
As
stuff you
one
kind of
should.
already. Exactly.
Mhm. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Yeah, I was curious about that because yeah, oftentimes like, kids get into what their adult, or what their parents are into.
Yeah, 100%.
So oh, also, Brennan, I mean, I know you're not a big anime person, but if you want your daughter to watch anime, like I got a good one for you. My oldest daughter, she's been watching it's called Captain Tsubasa, which is like
Okay.
it's a soccer anime on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And it's her first sports anime, and she's been locked in. We watched the first 10 episodes together, and
Mm-hmm.
then she was like she got tired of waiting on me. And the first season is like 52 episodes, and she got tired of waiting on me. And I looked yesterday, she's on like episode like 40, I think. Season two
Gotcha.
just came out.
Okay.
So like if you want to introduce
Kids
an
got time.
anime, I know that is 100% true. And I know your daughter, she likes soccer, right? I was like when she
Yeah,
into
she
sports.
does.
Yeah,
Yep.
she might like that one too. And it's like very kid appropriate too. Like
Gotcha.
it's definitely geared towards younger kids.
Yeah, I should check it out. I think she was watching Glitter Force.
Oh yeah, I know Glad Force, yeah.
Yeah, but she finished that. So yeah,
Yeah. Captain
she's
Tsubasa, that one's pretty good.
okay.
Look at that. That's anime
Yeah,
right there. Glitter Force. Look at that.
yeah. No, she tapped in with anime. Like her mom likes anime, so she's not. She didn't
Gotcha.
take any of my bias at all.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, I mean, this question, I don't know, it's kind of a strange one. It said it seems most video games players are male. Why do boys like video games more than girls do? I don't think
Oh, I
that's
can answer
true.
that.
I don't think it's true, but what you think, Spencer?
It's because back when video games got popular, they were put into the toy sections of stores, and the video game people had to make a decision. Do we put it in the boy section or the girl section of the toy section? And they marketed toward boys, and that's how that happened.
Do you
Yeah,
still think it's true?
If you include mobile games, no.
I think. Yeah, I think it's a generational thing. I think once we get this millennial, not even millennial, like Gen X group out of the way, I think I know a lot of girls that game, but they're younger. I feel like
Yeah.
Well, and it depends
yeah.
on what game means, because there are 80-year-old ladies playing Candy Crush,
Oh yeah, 100%. I think
and those are video games. So
true.
I, I
I
I think that because video games are so widespread as far as what's available, as far as genre, and all like with the vastness available with video games, anyone could find a game that they like if they are into that activity.
I agree. I think like to me, I count more a little. It's I don't want to downgrade mobile games, but to me, it's less of a commitment with a mobile game, right? Like I can play a mobile game for 5 minutes, and it's not really any commitment involved. Whereas with a console game, like I purposely sat down, turned this game on, like put on my headphone, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like women are more into, more definitely that category is growing. It's just a generation, our generation, maybe a little older. For some reason, they kind of look down on it because, as you guys know, a lot of women just dating wise were just like video games. Ugh, you
Yeah,
know.
that's
I
definitely my wife.
I think
Yeah,
video games is on that like list of things that make men unattractive.
yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
video games is number one, like as far as hobbies.
Right. And I
But
mean,
some of it is conditioning, just because
exactly. I
again,
think it's conditioning.
like boys were told like video games are for you and
Yeah,
girls were not. And so I think that has just kind of come with time. Like there are a lot of people who, even if they know that that's not how it should be, they're already locked in. There's no reason to, change on that. And again, there are a lot of people where if they were given the right video game, they wouldn't put it down.
absolutely, absolutely. And I
And
think,
honestly, mobile games are an example of that. Like a lot of people that complain about video games and hate video games probably
all right,
play mobile games.
absolutely. And there's a lot of people I
So
know who I know yelled at their husbands about video games. But yet, when that Pokemon Go was out, they was putting in minutes. It was putting in minutes. And like, I also think conditioning, like where boys play video games, men don't play video games. I think that was a conditioning thing. You know what I mean? That a lot of women just were conditioned to believe when it's like, no, it's sort of like wrestling,
I
like
think that
you know,
I agree. I think that's true. And I think that I've seen that same thing with cartoons. Of
yeah,
course, we have adult animation now, but there were a lot
right,
of people who were just of the mind that cartoons are for kids, period. Like that's
right,
just what it is. And so I think that
yes,
video games fell into that same thing of like, because again, video games were in the toy section. So they were marketed toward boys, not men necessarily.
mm,
And
yeah,
video games has grown as far as its reach and all of that because it was a while before they started making really violent video games. Like Mortal Kombat kind of opened the door for that. But
yeah,
whenever video games started, that wasn't really a thing. And there weren't very many until there were.
right, right,
And
I
so,
think
yeah, a lot of it is conditioning.
also I think streamers nowadays help out a lot because I feel like a lot of people watch streamers
yeah,
and like my wife when she's like, "Oh, do you know who this Kai Cenat is?" I was like, "What? Yeah, but how do you know who that is?"
mm-hmm,
And she's like, "Oh, she just saw clips of him." So I feel like streamers like him and like other streamers who play video games, like the younger girls, like you said, probably play more video games now versus like the
yeah,
girls, our age. When we were
yeah,
that age, they
And
didn't really play video games.
I think that's another thing is with streamers, there are a lot of people it's like, why would you watch somebody play a game instead of playing the game?
yeah. It's like if you don't get it, you don't get it. But
You
Also,
don't get it.
also to
yeah,
be fair, I don't even watch a lot of Twitch. Like a
oh,
lot of
I've
like
never watched Twitch,
a
but
lot of the big streamers, they're like, "What? You don't know this person?" Like, bro, no idea. I don't really watch streamers. But what's funny is it's always funny. Like how your kids like people like, why are your kids watching videos of people playing with toys? Bro, I'll be right here watching grown
yeah,
men doing toy reviews. So like, I
yeah,
can't
as you
say
said,
nothing. I can't
right.
say nothing.
And it's
I said
less
if
stress,
you're into something, you're into something. Like
right?
it's okay.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
for some kids, it's like
Eh,
it's less stressful to go through it, have the stakes when you can just watch somebody, do it.
Yeah, like that's something you don't have to worry about having it, getting it, all the
Yeah,
extra.
like I've
And for some people, it's a genuine review. Like, am I glad that I didn't do this, or should
exactly
I have? Yeah, like
I
it's
buy
actually
this,
looking to determine like, do I want to move forward with this?
right? And I've had like people be like, "You play 2K? Why don't you just go outside and play basketball?" I'm like, God damn,
Man,
like,
like touch grass, bro.
You
yeah,
don't you don't you
exactly.
don't understand. See, that's the thing. The people that say that don't get it.
Yeah, I was just like, okay,
Like
you're not
2K and playing basketball live are not the same experience at all.
exactly. I'm not Wimby. I'm not 7'6" and can 1 foot threes from half court. I can't do that. Therefore, in a video game, I can't. Like, I
Yep.
don't understand the disconnect.
Like it's not only I can't dunk like LeBron,
Yeah,
and I can't dunk on like James Harden. Like
right,
that's not something I can do in real life.
right. So when I do it in a video game, I'm gonna get hyped and I'm gonna
Yeah,
talk like I did it.
One thing I hate, and this question is not over here, but I definitely want to get y'all's opinion, just because I hate when people, and I feel like I don't hear it nowadays a lot, but definitely when we were younger, try to blame video game violence on people doing bad stuff in real life.
Mm, yeah,
Like this person played Grand Theft Auto, that's why he shot up this school, or or that's why he hit this person with a car because he played Grand Theft. I always thought that was like a dumb argument. Like I
it is.
disagree.
No,
yeah.
it's not true.
It's
Um,
lazy.
I have played all the violent video games, and I'm not a violent man.
Right.
Again, the only thing that negatively impacted my behavior was wrestling. That shit I was doing.
Yeah,
But
But
also that
that's
came
disregarded
with
the
because those
rules.
were
that came with
real
being with
people doing
boys.
those things.
Also, that
Yeah,
came with kind of being a boy and roughhousing. Because yeah, me and my cousin used to freaking. He older than me, so I used to be the one who was getting the abuse.
he's taking the bumps.
Yeah, I was the one taking the
Yep.
bumps. Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah, I know that.
But
But no, you're right. Like it's a very lazy thing to. Okay, they did this, so that translated to this, and it's just like, okay, you gotta think deeper. It's not that simple.
and this is the melanated gentleman, so I'm gonna go here. We needed something to blame these violent white kids on. It couldn't just be because they're violent, because they're
Right,
white. So we have to be able to blame something. We have to be able to like find a reason that these, pure white children would, do such violent acts. There's got to be something causing that.
right,
And so, yeah, that's what that was.
It was just an
We
easy
needed
go-to.
yeah, we needed a scapegoat for why there are these predominantly white children doing these egregious and violent acts.
right.
Because there's a lot of shit you
Someone
can do in
else.
Grand Theft Auto, and Grand Theft Auto was not blamed for like all the other stuff. Like you can go in Grand Theft Auto, like the dude you are, he fucks,
Yeah,
and that's not brought up.
yeah. It's not like, well, he played Grand Theft Auto, so he had a baby early. It's like what?
Yeah,
That
What
wouldn't
is the
translate.
correlation? Yeah.
Yeah,
they're like, oh no, in Grand Theft Auto, I can put in a cheat code and have a helicopter. I didn't go steal a helicopter
right.
in real life. Like that's not, they're not connected. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, one of the things this is one of the questions on here. I'll ask a question, but it made me think about another question. Actually, it does. So, virtual reality systems are gaining popularity these days. Are you excited about the potential virtual reality, or are you worried? Now, first question: have y'all ever put on like a VR? I have once.
I have once.
not the
Yeah.
new VR. Like I think when they were first figuring it out, like back then. But yeah, I have not tried the newest version of virtual reality.
I was gonna say. So, what do y'all think about the space and virtual reality? Think people will kind of get more, continue to be more introverted when they can just, meet somebody on VR and never meet the person in real life. If you've seen, first of all, have y'all seen Black Mirror? I gotta ask y'all that.
No.
Spencer.
I feel like I know which episode you're talking about.
Yeah, I would say if I talk virtual reality and I bring up Black Mirror, everybody knows that episode. So
Yeah, I've
for
heard
some more
about that
context,
episode.
Brandon. So this is right after I think Endgame came out or Infinity Wars, one of them. Black Mirror, which is an anthology series, kind of it's not horror, but like some episodes can be horror. Anthony,
It's Twilight Zone-ish.
Mm,
It's very yeah,
yeah, it's like a I don't know, it's like a thriller. Every episode is different. Either way, so
I'd say thriller. Yeah.
one of those Avengers movie came out, right? Anthony Mackie, first episode of this newest season. I think it was first episode. I wasn't the first episode. Either way,
Yeah, I want
Anthony
to say yeah,
Mackie,
first episode of like season three, maybe.
Anthony Mackie appears. So him and his homeboy, like they're playing like a virtual reality game. This is a fighting game, and they're playing the game all the time, talking all the time like nothing. Now it starts to get real weird. I don't want to tell everything, but it starts to get real weird. His homeboy picks the girl character, and then they start kind of falling in love on a video game, and then like some real suspect stuff started to happen in real life, and so it's just like,
What?
bro, it's literally crazy. Mind you, like Avengers that just came out, made all that money. The first thing you see Anthony Mackie on is this. You're just like, what just
Damn, brother.
happened? So
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like virtual reality where they can like feel, touch everything, and yeah, it gets
Yeah.
it gets real weird.
I'm
But that's
just
what Black Mirror is.
Yeah,
Like Black
yeah,
Mirror is like they always the first episode of seasons are always crazy,
yeah.
yeah. I
and
overall I'm not a fan.
So yeah,
I don't know.
what do y'all think? Y'all think virtual reality is gonna be good?
I don't want to paint it all as bad, but I don't think that was the initial point of video games, but I don't know. It's sort of like the AI conversation. I think if it's used correctly, it could be great, but there's going to be some people who use it to supplant missing pieces of their social life or whatever, and then they're going to overstep and do some stuff that's like, all right, bro, this shouldn't be like you said, like you shouldn't be going there for sex or
Bro, people when Meta, if y'all remember when Metaverse first came out, people were being sexually assaulted in the VR world, and women and stuff were being just harassed. Just like, just
see. That's what I'm saying. You
take
got
the VR
creepers
off.
everywhere,
Yeah, I was like, no matter
and now
where you
you've
are.
given them access to more technology. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
I don't need to be immersed at that level. I don't
Same.
need it. There's some
Yeah,
people, that are whatever you do, you be free, but like I don't need it.
right. No thanks. I played one at a I forgot we were kind of with an arcade thing, but they had one you could sign up for it. There's a bunch of people using it, bro. I thought I was gonna throw up, bro. It was a bunch. It was a lot going on. It was stuff flying around. I was just like, nah, I can't. I can't do it.
yeah. I played once in a basketball, and it seemed cool, but yeah, I don't think I could. It wouldn't be my primary source of video games.
You don't want
Yeah,
to live in Ready Player One?
As much as it sounds cool, I can't do it.
yeah. She's like, what
Uh,
if? So you're saying they can feel touch and stuff?
well, on the Black Mirror, they did.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah. Now they
Yeah,
do
like
have.
Black
I
Mirror
think.
takes concepts and amplifies them.
gotcha.
Now I think on some of the newer VR, they have like wind and stuff will be blowing at you and everything, like that type of
Mm,
thing. The
that's what's up.
sound is in your ear. Um. Okay. So two more questions. It says these days some gamers make a living off playing video games. Do you think professional gamers are similar to athletes in other sports? Why or why not? Look at
So
Brandon.
I have one of the I have a list of debatable questions that I ask people, and one of the questions that I ask people are a series of is this a sport? And eventually I get to, are esports people athletes? Because most people define a sport as something that requires, movement of your physical body and skills therein. So for some people, one could make an argument that esports that's an athlete. There are other people that would say if Stephen Hawking can do it, it's not a sport. I
Damn.
have heard that quote.
Oh, that is wild to say.
I have heard that quote. And that is why, yeah. So are they similar to athletes? I would say technically maybe, but like personally, no.
They are similar in the
I
aspect of they have to put in practice.
yes, like you have to spend a lot of time acquiring the skills to be better than most people on Earth at that thing. Now, I think as far as athletes go, there's a certain level of physical body that you have to have, and there's a certain level of, you know, skill that can't be taught. And of course, you will hone the skills that can, but like there are some people who, based on what they were given from birth, they will never reach a certain level. That's just the way it is. Like, if you are an athlete, typically, if you have a more solid frame, or if you have longer limbs, or if you're just able to run faster, like you have some advantages that like nothing you can do will get you to a certain point, or like there are certain people that have a ceiling that other people will never be able to reach. With video games, I feel like that's not necessarily the case. I feel like there may be certain skills that you have, but I don't think it's at the same level as a professional athlete. I don't think it requires the same level of physical necessity. And so, in my opinion, though maybe technically true, I don't think I consider esports sports.
I agree.
Yeah, 100% not a sport. To me, there's a plenty of things you can do. I can be a person who gives motivational speeches. I have to practice. I have to prepare. I have to research. I have to do all these things. That doesn't make me an athlete, right? Where in this case, even if you're playing a game based on a sport, that doesn't make you an athlete. You know what I'm saying? And it to me is disrespectful to actual athletes who have put in the pain, who went through pain, who went through all kinds of things, conditioning, all kinds of things to condition their bodies and their minds to go out and compete against someone, and then to say someone who's using a platform that could be manipulated, like a game, like I can find a cheat code, use that cheat code as many times as I can and win. So that, like, to me, to measure that up against someone who, there's no cheat code in basketball, there's no cheat code in football. Like, you
What do you
just
mean?
gotta,
You got performance enhancing drugs.
and that's all illegal, right? So that's my thing. Like, there's no cheat code. I can't run a go route every, like, people are gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's just, if it involves 100% technology, no, you're not an athlete. Like, there's no way. And they're giving scholarships for this, which is great. But put that in a science, put that in a tech realm. Do not put that in the sports realm. Like, that's crazy. Like, because
I'm sure.
if you
I would
put
agree.
them dudes in a room with other athletes, they look crazy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My senior year in college at Oklahoma State, they oh, they were just either they were just getting ready to form an esport teams to be released like to come out the next season, but they
Mm-hmm.
had just built the state of the art like because I think if I remember right, Oklahoma State has the biggest student union in the U.S. if I remember right, and they had just put in a an entire like esports arena. And when I tell you, bro, I was so jealous that they got that, bro. I was like, because I would have been in that thing every day. I would have went to class, the gym, and then been in that thing. But I was real jealous that they had that.
Yeah. To me, esports is like, what is a sport about this? There's literally nothing
Yeah,
about it that's a sport.
I think just whenever something is competitive and there's a clear winner or loser based on a an established set of rules or a skill of some kind, because if video games is a sport, then chess is a sport,
Right.
Yeah, right.
and it's not.
It's not. Like,
And like
poker, if you
they
play poker,
play
you're like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, like they play poker on ESPN. That doesn't mean it's a
Make it
sport.
a hot dog eating contest. You're not an athlete. Like all this stuff, it's silly. Like, but I was
Now,
like,
hang
And
bro,
on.
that's the thing.
Now, whoa,
I would
whoa,
argue
hang
that
on.
the hot dog eating contest is more
Is a
sport than
sport.
video games.
I was about. That's what I think, bro. Because you have to literally practice and your body has to be to a certain thing to be able to get your stomach to do all that.
nope,
You have to condition your body to do that.
can't sell me on it.
That is
You can
that's interesting. I professional eating is one of those things that I never considered, but like that, an argument could be made that that's absolutely a sport.
I would say it's a sport.
no. I can condition my like if I am a survivalist, right? If I condition my body to handle cold weather, to handle different conditions, is that a sport?
Yeah.
No. What are we talking about?
Well, that's again what makes it a sport is a competitive aspect.
But there's a
Going
lot of stuff that's
against other
competitive.
people. Well,
And then
yes,
you're talking
and
about like naked
but I'm saying like
versus naked and afraid.
as a
Like
survivalist, that's not really. There's no
is you
competition there
yeah, the
that would
competition
make
is
it a
you
sport.
living.
No, there's literally alone. There's a
Yeah,
TV
but
show where there's a competition to win money. He's not an athlete. That's not a sport. That's just a
I would say he is
competition.
an athlete.
No, just because it's a competitive. If I win a debate, if I am a debater, it doesn't mean I am an athlete. That just
No, you're
means I
right.
was in a
That's a
competition.
debater. You're right.
I'm just saying, just because it involves a body doesn't make it a sport.
So, question for the room: is dance a sport?
Yes.
I would
Well,
argue yes.
what type of dance? Are we talking about like when they do like the dance competition like the cheering stuff and all that? Or just like break
Answer it how
dancing?
you heard. Just answer it how you heard it.
I would say yes, dance is yes.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
agree.
Because I feel like dance is that like, is it a sport or is it like a performing art? Like that's
It
where the
depends
Oh
on
yeah,
line
it
is.
depends on what it is. Yeah.
I can agree. Like to me, if it's I don't want to say if it's entertainment based, but if it's like I'll be honest, like and I get flack about this from friends of mine who was in the dance community or whatever. But I'll be like hip hop dance and stuff. They'll be like, those are athletes. I'm like, hell no. Like dudes out there doing a stanky leg, that don't make you an athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate when I hate when people be like, yeah, hip hop dances should be in the Olympics. No, it shouldn't.
Well, I guess we see after what happened in the past
Yeah,
one.
that's how stupid it is because anybody can dance. Anybody can dance. Anybody can grab a cool little rhythm.
Anybody can grab a basketball and shoot it.
Yeah, not at a professional
Any
level, they can't.
same, not at a professional. Like there's like people can't just do the shit Chris Brown does. Like that's not something that people can just do. There are dance moves that are possible for anybody who's able-bodied,
True,
but once you get to a certain level, there are certain moves that are not physically possible for a lot of people.
it's true. But I feel like TikTok
Just like,
and Instagram has
Oh,
cheapened the
see,
value of a good dancer, right?
that's just upper
that
body. That's all that is.
that made me so mad when I see like the classic black songs everybody know to dance to, and you see some young white kid doing some fucking shit. I'm like, bro, what are we doing right now? Like just the other day, my wife was like, she had some kids at school. She played DJ Unk died recently. Uh, so we was talking about the Walk It Out.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife was like, "Yeah, people at school they didn't know they were trying to do the walk it out, but they was not doing what we thought the walk it out was."
Yeah, it's usually they redo it and there's a new trendy dance. But my
Yeah,
point is
Yeah,
like,
they sanitize it to
yeah,
make it doable for,
they unseason it.
larger groups of people.
I will say a lot more white people can dance now than
And
ever
I think that's
before.
just
Just due
that's
to
always like, yeah, like I think that we are as a culture like all blending together.
That's
yeah,
because
There
agreed.
everybody loves hip hop. That's
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
like
But
there weren't white women with big fat asses not that long ago, and now suddenly they're everywhere.
this is facts. Evolution. I will say though, yeah, like the esports thing, yeah, it's a joke to me. It's a mockery. Like if these dudes start winning ESPYS for going undefeated in
Oh,
2K, I'm
is that?
like
I
I'm
feel like
throwing a
there
fit,
is
bro.
Is there not a category in the ESPYS for
It
that?
probably is. Knowing how
Oh, I
stupid
thought
we are as a society,
I
it
thought they had
probably
their
is.
own like situation, but
Oh, I
yeah,
don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I
Okay.
wouldn't be
I don't
surprised if
know.
they throw that in. Like, oh, he beat Elden Ring twice. Esports, like, like
I mean,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
usually going to be a fighting game of some kind,
Yeah.
or
Even then, it's
like
like, bro,
there's
I mean, they got speed racers, so Elden Ring could be he beat Elden Ring in 48 minutes. Like that is a thing. Speed running.
and see that just feels like a Guinness Book of World Records thing, maybe, but not like win awards type.
I mean, they got like the Mario speed run, like the original like Super Mario, like that's
Yeah,
speed runnable.
like
So
to me, it feels more you're really good at understanding technology rather than you're good at a sport. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
you know,
Yeah,
well,
but
and and I think that you know, again, there's room to wiggle because, for example, there could be like, as far as we've seen, Steph Curry is the greatest shooter on earth, but there might be somebody who is a better shooter than Steph Curry, but that doesn't mean they can play basketball. That
maybe,
might just
yeah,
mean they're a better shooter than Steph Curry because it's all geometry. And
right,
it's a combination of geometry and muscle memory.
yeah,
So I'm sure there are people that if you put them on a 3-point line, they will never miss, or their margin for missing will be incredibly low. But that doesn't mean that they are good enough to be a professional basketball player. So in that same way, just because somebody can speed run one game does not mean they are good at all games
right.
or
And
any
that's
other
another
games
thing.
for that matter.
Like with so many different, I just feel like it's so dependent on stuff. It's depending on what game came out that year, what sports game came out that year, what platform they're using. It's just dependent on so many different things. It's hard to like, it's hard to be like, okay, you're an athlete. Like, nah.
Because it would be no different than like the world's fastest texter. Like that's not
Yeah, that's not an athlete.
like
Exactly.
there may be a
Like,
competition for that, but like that's not a sport.
or the
But again,
fastest,
if you hold a Guinness World Record for it, cool, do
right,
that.
right.
But
Or the best,
that doesn't make
the
you an athlete.
best, the best developer, the best, you know what I mean? The best developer for code or something like that. Like
passive
he's,
rapper.
yeah, like he's not a athlete. He's just really good with technology. He figured it out.
Okay. All right. Final question before we get out of here. It says, is there an upcoming game you're looking forward to playing this year? What is it, and what do you expect from it? I mean, I've already told you guys that I don't really have anything, but I will say the new Nintendo Switch comes out this year. I'll pick that up for sure, and I'm gonna pick up Pokemon, and that's the only game I know that I'm picking up this year so far. But also, I was just thinking about I used to be into games so much. I used to be on IGN every single day looking at all the new upcoming games. Nowadays, bro, I barely know what's coming out.
Oh yeah, I had a Game Informer on my doorstep every month,
You're right.
and now no idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I have to rely on my friends to tell me like, "Hey, this new game's coming out." I was like, "Oh, I have no idea what that is."
I
Yeah.
Like
gotta
I
depend
found out,
on YouTube come out. We find out what.
yeah, like they're coming out with a new Unimusha, and Unimusha was a game that I played back on the PS2 days. Uh,
Oh,
samurai game.
is that the dude like the Asian dude who had like the gauntlet thing on his hand?
Um,
Or is that Unimusha? Is that the dog, Akami?
no, that's
Oh, that's
no,
Akami.
that's yeah. I was gonna say yeah, that's because yeah, he's in Marvel vs. Capcom, but yeah, Unimusha. I want to say it was a samurai game, and God, it was so long ago that I played it. I played Unimusha 3. Doesn't matter. Found out there was a new one of those coming out, and I was like, oh, didn't know this was still around. Okay,
Hmm.
like I would figure for y'all, like if they come out with a new Red Dead, you're probably gonna be in there.
Oh,
Oh,
locked
Grand
in.
Theft Auto. I forgot. Grand Theft Auto come out this year. Oh, I'm getting that.
Mm.
I'm getting that. I forgot about that.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, the new Dynasty Warriors doesn't have multiplayer, so I'm not doing that. If it had
Respect it.
multiplayer, I would have been in there because me and Dynasty Warriors, we go way back.
You're way back.
But and this Dynasty Warriors is built like all other games now, where you have to parry and
Bro, I'm trash at
yeah,
parrying. That's why Black Man
it's
Wukong, all you have to do is dodge. You don't really have to worry about parrying. This one was
yeah.
more focused on dodging. But is there any other
So yeah,
games
like
y'all look
that's
forward to?
as I said, Sniper Elite Resistance. I'm gonna be in there.
What about you, Brown? There was a new 2K come out this year, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, WWE. Now I feel like it's kind of a fraud going on. WWE has timed their releases to where either new wrestlers aren't on there. Like I'm playing
That-
24.
Pay for that
Obafemi,
DLC.
bro. Obafemi been in WWE for 2 years now. He ain't on 24. You got to purchase him or download
That's why I said
somebody's.
that they got you with the
Bro,
DLC.
nah,
Yep,
fam.
every
You can
time.
miss me with that. You can miss me with that. I
He
That's
can't
got you
even
with
another
the
play.
thing is
DLC.
I
all these
can't
new
play with.
games, they got mini purchases and like you have
Yeah,
to if you don't buy the ultimate edition, which is an extra $40, then or the season pass or whatever, and then sometimes even if you buy the season pass or even if you buy the ultimate deluxe version, you
bro.
just gotta buy extra shit. No.
Bro,
I
I was.
spent when I finally bought Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, I spent $130 that day. And I was so mad, but I did
Bro,
it.
I bought the other day. I was pissed. I had to buy the ECW pack just to get CM Punk. It had Sandman. It had other niggas I did not care about, but I wanted CM Punk. So I paid for it. I was hot. I can't even wrestle with Jacob Fatu. It's like certain people I can't wrestle with because they're not on the game. So I'm like, bro, this is fraud. Like you have a full roster of wrestlers who I can't even wrestle as because you just haven't added them to the game. And then the community creates them. I don't want to wrestle with them. Like they don't even look like them. Like that's not the same. You know,
I will
it's just
say that is
trash.
one thing. That's one thing I appreciated about 2K is it would stay up to date on
Yes,
who was playing. So
facts.
when I was, playing 2K 13, 14, if there was a player who like wasn't on the game when they made it, the game would make him and put him
Yes.
in the game. And even if he didn't have a picture, even if it was just a 2K rendering of him, they were
Mm-hmm.
still in there. They would have updated stats. So if somebody got better, they
Yeah.
would if somebody got taller. I remember when Paul George grew
Yeah.
and it was up to date in real
Yeah.
time. And I was like, see, that's what I like.
See, and that's the thing. That's why I like 2K. I don't be playing the little stupid little my player. I don't do all that. So I don't care about all the little packs they gotta buy. If somebody want to run it up that way, fine. I play seasons, and they always, like you said, they update all the rosters, update all the. So that's fine. I'm good with that. But WWE, I'm relying on the characters that are available. So if there are characters who've been in the company for years now, who somehow just so happen to not make the first cut, and now I gotta buy some stupid pack just to get them, it's like this is dumb.
Also, um, one of the questions I was going to ask you, Brandon, whenever like a wrestler is working for like AEW for a little bit, are they just
Mm-hmm.
not in 2K at all or
Oh
in WWE?
yeah, so like so this past year's it was a good 2K. 23, bro, it was trash. It was literally they lost like 4 or 5. Adam Cole, Swerve Strickland, like a bunch of wrestlers went over to AEW, all of them off the game. So the roster was garbage. I mean, trash. Like Samoa Joe left. Like you didn't have half the roster, and
And,
so it
and
was
the
it
thing
was
is,
trash.
there are some people that I understand because they're current, and so if they're not in right now, that's fine. But there are other people who like they are legends, and so you should be able to play with either past versions of them or like just the old man version, but
Yeah.
they went to AEW for a little bit,
Yep.
or they
Exactly.
went to somewhere like I could see somebody like Edge being like one of the legendary
Mm-hmm.
wrestlers that you could play with, and it'd be like the '07 version of him.
Yep.
But if he's in AEW right now, nope. But
Yeah.
then if he comes back, he's $4.99.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's fraud, bro. The whole thing is fraud.
The microtransactions, bro. Everybody
bro.
love them.
It is trash, bro. And yeah, just the way they got it going now is garbage. And yeah, I don't understand it. I
I
don't
remember
understand it.
when Pokemon first did the DLC, bro, everybody was pissed because before Pokemon, you get everybody.
Yeah,
Then they purposely started holding Pokemon back, and it was like, oh, they're gonna be in the DLC. Everybody's like, bro, what
bro,
the
it's
fuck?
fraud, bro. The microtransactions are killing me. That's why I'm like, you're
I think
about to retire me early.
I think that may be another reason that I don't spend as much time with video games is because I mean, we've already talked about how a video game is $70, but that's for the basic version of it.
Yep.
Right.
And yeah, these microtransactions are just they're out of hand. They've been out of hand
Mm-hmm.
for years now. But yeah, I again, when I bought Super Smash Brothers, I was like, I might not buy another game because this is bullshit.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous. And
Mhm.
I feel like the gaming industry will adjust if we stop buying the games.
That ain't gonna happen.
But the problem is we won't. Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
I think
That
it will eventually. I don't
no,
think I think
no,
we're still in the
no.
I think we're still in the age of like I don't give a damn. I'm gonna still buy it. But eventually they're gonna mess with the
No,
wrong game and people are gonna be pissed.
no, if groceries get high enough, we won't have any money to buy it.
That's what I'm saying,
But
bro. It's just inflation keep going, bro.
Yeah, like if inflation and these interest rates keep hitting us in the mouth, yeah,
Yeah. I
sorry.
can't buy I can't buy eggs, but you want me to pay for Sabu. Like, yeah, no.
I eggs were like $7 the other. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
I was
don't
so
even
mad when I needed to buy eggs.
don't even trip. We didn't go to the store for 2 weeks. Today we just spent $400 on groceries.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
bro, this is crazy out here.
It's stupid.
It
But
really is.
okay, look at us sound like old men.
I know.
But I will say, if people want us to see play video games, hey, maybe it's in the future one day. But if you really want to see us do that, let us know. I told you where to find us at. Well, so be sure and drop in there. And, if you have any video game thing too, definitely let us know. So, with that being said, though, we'll never duplicate it.
Always appreciate it.
And forever melanated.